on annexation by Russia. Welcome back. In light of the ongoing efforts to enhance people with special needs to lead normal daily lives, President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi reviewed on Tuesday efforts to localize prosthetic and disability equipment in industry. This came during the President's meeting with Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli and a number of ministers and government officials. The head of state directed to establish an integrated industrial complex for producing artificial limbs and disability equipment in cooperation with experienced foreign companies which work in this field. The President further instructed to expand efforts of all concerned authorities to prepare the state's utilities to be ready to deal with people with disabilities in accordance with the world codes in this respect. The meeting tackled the state's efforts to put a comprehensive imagination to establish an industrial complex in accordance with international medical and technical criteria. The industrial complex is set to host a number of specialized factories that produce artificial limbs and paralysis equipment, as well as wheelchairs, medical shoes, and silicone products. Foreign Minister Sameh Shoukry, the appointed head of the UN Climate Change Conference COP27, took part in a high-level meeting of the Group of 77, which focused on damages drawn by climate change. Addressing the meeting, Shoukry stressed that harm done by climate change is a pivotal issue on the agenda of the global climate action. The top diplomat further said it is important to carefully deal with the issue during the upcoming COP27 conference in Sharm el-Sheikh. He also reviewed Cairo's vision in this regard. On the sidelines of the UN General Assembly meetings, Foreign Minister Shoukry held a number of meetings. He held talks with the U.S. Secretary of State, Antony Blinken, that centered on bilateral ties as well as a number of regional and international issues of concern. The top diplomat also held a meeting with the U.S. envoy to Yemen, Tim Linderking, at the Egypt's UN Permanent Mission premises in New York. Also, on the sidelines of the UN General Assembly meeting, Shoukry held talks with Cyprus Foreign Minister on Monday in New York. The Foreign Ministry spokesman, Ambassador Ahmed Abu Zaid, said the meeting tackled bilateral ties and coordinating stances in international groupings, specifically in the UN. Shoukry also held talks with France's Foreign Minister and India's Foreign Minister. Arab League Secretary General Ahmed Abul Ghait and the UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres stressed on Tuesday the Palestinian issue is a cornerstone for stability and prosperity in the region. The Arab League issued a statement following the talks held on the sidelines of the UN General Assembly meeting in New York. The statement stressed the commitment by the two sides to continue coordination to reach political solutions to crisis in the Middle East and the whole world, on top of which is the Ukraine crisis. Abul Ghait praised the UN for reaching a deal to allow Ukraine grain shipments to exit the country and to be exported to world markets despite the war. He called for continuing UN efforts to evade the looming global food crisis. Still on the UN, a massive global summit returned on Tuesday with a stark warning from the world body chief of an upcoming winter of global